and then they've got the rolled up mats or the bamboo, and they've got a big spike up the middle to hold it up, which is nice because it gives you something to cut against. We don't do that. Okay, we've only got light targets, but when we're using the swords, if the person cuts through and the bottom stays where it is, you know that the blade has followed the edge perfectly. If the top stays on top as well, then we've all got to pull our shirts up over our heads and run around the field to celebrate. That's perfect and almost impossible. Now, I'll just give you an idea about the thrusting with the spear.
Hang on a second.
What?
Back a little bit, it's too easy. A bit more.
I can't reach it now.
We know you got short arms.
It's difficult this way. We ready? I will go through pain for you. I'm a kindly sharing sheriff. Tremendous, tremendous piercing power. Right, who's up next? Ooh. Okay, you might well be in the splash zone. Trying to cut with to do this with a Dane axe is not the easiest thing in the world. But this is a sharp Dane axe. Is it pretty enough for you now? Oh, that's very good. With a Dane axe, that's virtually impossible. That's not what they're designed to do. They're designed to hit and chop. To be able to do that takes a great deal of... Which way do you want it? Do you want it that way? Do you want it that way? Okay. Right then. Mistress Miranda with our brand new quarterstaff. Take your own time whenever you're ready. Do you want to stand there? We need to discuss this part. Get another target up there. Can I use a falchion? You could. What's that one? Albion. Albion? That's an Albion.
Yeah, from Albion.
From Albion.
Yeah, called Albion.
Called Albion, and you're going to cut with it.
Yeah.
Nobody does this.
Oh!
Very good. That is very good. Oh, that takes some old cheese. Who didn't wash that bottle out properly? Can I have a falchion? Bring me a bottle, I'll have a falchion. Sir, do you want to go with one?
No.
Instead of a bottle. So this is this thug's weapon. This is this, you know, baseball bat with an edge. And actually, it's quite quick. It's fast. These are not heavy. You can be tremendously precise with them. I nearly got it to stay on top. Oh, nearly again. And of course, with this, because you've got the weight, you can chop down as well. Really useful. My lady! Hand and a half sword. What are we going to do today? Are you going to do a horizontal cut, or are you going to do a sword how, or... You might do a few, alright, take it steady. Oh, that was a fine cut. Oh, fantastic. Oh, nearly. Mistress Miranda, what sword would you like? Pick a sword. This is Mistress Miranda. She's just 13. Don't let your 13-year-old children play with swords. No, I would use the other single hand. Well, you can use that one, okay? Yeah, fine. Okay, with a hand and a half sword.
It's almost as big as that.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Get it nice and sideways on. This is the first time this season she's done this. It takes a lot of skill to be able to do this and quite a lot of training. I can have another go? You can do it. Go on.
Go on, Miranda.
Gisborne. Excellent. How many have we got left?
We've got 2 after this.
Excellent. Right, Gisborne. Gisborne is now going to use a great sword. The great sword is like exactly the same as they went on crusades with. After they came back, this is the sword that made the rivers of blood.
Rivers of blood.
In design, they're a bit like a Viking sword. The edges are almost parallel, but a Viking sword's a one-handed one. This is maybe 150 years later. It's just got longer and a big two-handed handle. And of course, great sword is short for great big sword. One of the first cuts you learn actually with these, careful, remember whose wages you're paying, is the sawn out. And it enters at the collarbone, cuts across their body, and exits somewhere between their hip and their knee. You will cut somebody in half diagonally. You want to try that one?
Yeah, I think so.
Diagon alley, yes.
Unconvention.
Brilliant. Can you turn the sword over and cut upwards?
I hate you.
Sorry. Who's next? Oh, Robin wants to use a poleaxe.
Oh, is this the last one? Oh. Okay, hammer or axe?
Oh, yeah, hammer or axe, everybody? Which would you like? Let's see which way are you swinging. Which way are you swinging? As you can see, there's more or less explode. Who are we doing the last one then? Okay, yes. Why not? Swords have always been a really magical weapon. We've got, of course, our own Albion. We have Excalibur, and Excalibur is obviously the sword from the stone. Now, there's one school of thought that actually the whole sword of the stone comes from bronze swords. They are cast in a mould made out of stone. The shape of the sword is cast into them. They're tied together. You pour the liquid bronze, the malted bronze in the top, so I did for this one, and then you take it out and then rub it back till it becomes a sword. Literally, the sword comes out of the stone mould. And there's a thought that you've got that magic of a liquid turning into something solid, but also a solid weapon. But still, these bronze weapons are still useful and sharp and fantastic cutting weapons. Very, very well done. That was good. I like the stabbing on the cut. That was excellent. They're useful, they're short, they're heavy, but maybe this... Sounds like me. This maybe is where the real magic of the sword began. We have been Bowlore, and you have been very early in the morning. Lee, entertained. Bowlore, everybody.